Okay, so destruction, Los Angeles. So, okay, so this mom is driving to Los Angeles. She has her teenage daughter and her teenage son, and her husband's already there because he's a newscaster and he is already on the news and he's reporting on this natural gas leak, and it caused an explosion in the garment district on Melrose. So they're driving to LA, but for some reason the daughter's driving, like, oh, 17-year-old, why don't you drive? We've never been to LA. You should be at the wheel. The teenage boy, he is obsessed with, like, I don't know, some sort of science and volcanoes and meeting his hero author scientist at the La Brea Tar Pits. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they arrive at the Hollywood Hills. They're at the house of the sister of the mom. Mom's sister comes out and she's got her white wine in a glass and she's got her like fancy outfit on and she's like, oh my God, what took you so long? Did you take the 405? You should never take the 405. You should always take the 10. Oh my God. So that's hilarious. So they go into the house and all of a sudden there's an earthquake and they dive under the table and the wine glass falls off and shatters all over their tile floor and that cracks the ceiling of their like multi-million-dollar Hollywood Hills house. So the earthquake's over and they're like, oh, don't clean it up. That happens every day. Let's go in the pool. So then the aunt is like, oh, my son, your cousin, is having his like premiere party down in LA. Here's tickets for you and your random friends. Her friends from Iowa live there. They pull up in their convertible BMW. Beep, beep, let's go to the concert. The dad arrives to pick up the son to take him to the La Brea Tar Pits. So then the girl and her two friends arrive at the concert. Apparently her uncle is this producer guy and her cousin is this famous rapper, but there's like 20 people and it's like in some high rise in the middle of the day. So then what happens next? Oh, the volcano erupts. The moms are like in the pool, but then they're suddenly dressed and then the volcano like blasts them into the house. So then the girl and her friends and her cousin are like looking out the window. There's fireballs heading toward the high rise, but let's stand right next to the window. So the fireball blasts through the window, kills the uncle record producer, and the cousin is like, oh my God, my dad, we have to save him. Save yourselves. That's what he would want. So then the 17-year-old white girl's like, give me your keys. Apparently, that guy's too upset about the death of his big black dad, so now the girl's got to drive again. So the volcanic eruption causes like lots of ash and smoke. She has asthma, and she's taking her inhaler. It's empty. They're like, we need a pharmacy because, you know, it's like panic in the streets of LA. There's like ash and fireballs and we need to go to a pharmacy. So they go to like, I don't know, the bad neighborhood. So then there's like looters and the pharmacy is being ransacked and they have to sneak in and get her a new inhaler. But then the cousin gets beat up and they get their car stolen and they're on the streets with no mode of transportation. But luckily, clip, clop, clip, clop, emerging from the smoke and ash comes this horse. The white girl's like, oh my gosh, throughout my childhood, I took riding lessons. The cousin's like, oh, I have horse riding skills too. So let's pet this lovely horse and then we can ride it. Before they can even get on the horse, clip, clop, clip, clop. I'm telling you, you could walk faster than these horses. Another horse emerges and it's got some guy on it. And so they say to the guy, are you a survivalist? And he's like, yeah, I'm on my way to I'm on my way to the harbor where I have my boat stocked with supplies. Come with me. So meanwhile, back at the La Brea Tar Pits, the boy meets his hero, who subsequently, during the earthquakes, gets crushed by a chandelier. So back in the Hollywood Hills, the newly arrived
LA mom is okay, but her sister has a leg injury.
And she's like, stay awake, sister, hold on. I'll get you to Cedar Sinai. So they get in the car and they drive with like no traffic. And they arrive at Cedar Sinai. And there's no doctors and no nurses. So the sister gets like sutures and injections